Morning, afternoon, evening. Did I just say evening? Did I say morning? I don't know. I actually had a good sleep last night, ironically enough, after filming that video. But my body's still saying to me, you've done more than enough. So, who knows about tonight? Speaking about insomnia, I am doing a little series this week on YouTube because it won't let me upload to Facebook because it's too bloody long and it took so long. So I'm probably going to be doing YouTube videos a bit more often after this series because it helps me be sane in some regard, I think. So I just looked at the time and it's the same time I woke up yesterday. Yeah. But yeah, speaking about insomnia, I'm gonna speak to you guys about PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. So it means that you've had a traumatic something big's happened to you in the past. So I'm gonna try my best to keep it all together, but the whole point of these videos is to let it out and be real about it, not just like I'm gonna cry and I'm gonna cut this bit because I'm gonna cry. No, if I start crying, then I'm gonna keep the camera rolling because it shows that I'm genuine, I'm real, everyone has feelings, and we've got to understand that we're not alone. Even though if you feel like people don't want to know you, the world is against you or something like that, and it sucks. It's just apple dusty, achy thing. I don't know. But yeah, post-traumatic stress disorder is when you have something so traumatic in your life that it's affecting you as a person, because you have nightmares, you have night terrors, they're pretty much the same thing, but you have flashbacks about it and you don't want to spend like more than like 10 minutes in people's company because you're worried about what's going to happen, and it can be a play in insomnia because of the nightmares and you can't get back to sleep. I had it pretty bad for quite a while. I was abused when I was a youngster. I was sexually abused and emotionally and mentally abused. So I have a lot of trauma behind me, you know. I did, even though emotionally and mentally abuse is not in the category of it, but sexual abuse is, and it does play, it is one of the things that play with the nightmares, because obviously you're having nightmares of what's happened to you in the past and you're worried about things, and this is what I want to follow up with insomnia, because I cannot sleep unless there's some sort of light either outside or like in the landing, because I'm scared of the dark. So sorry about that, I had to stop the camera for a second because I wanted to blow my nose, because I don't want people to see me blowing my nose. So yeah, what I was saying is, you know, that it does affect people if they suffer something traumatic. And you know, I've tried suicide once, and that was not pretty. No, I've done it twice. It sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm not. Let me just test you so you can see the top of my head. Is that okay? Yes, it's okay. Well, it's gonna be now. It's gonna be like this. I've got to be slouching today. No, I'm kidding. So people don't understand this because it's probably not happened to them. Things not happened to them, so like it's just hard dealing with it, and it can be tough, you know, because when you have a nightmare, you'll put your defences up. I'm gonna put this on. That looks better. You can see the top of my head now. Sorry, I'm going on with it. I'm focused on the camera. But yeah, it's, you know, it's not a thing that goes away overnight. It's literally one of those things where you need to open up to someone and be like, I can't deal with it anymore, you know, I can't deal with the stress, I can't deal with the nightmares, and I need help. I need help sleeping, I need help doing this. By the way, this is literally me when I suffer with insomnia and nightmares. It is not fun. So, when you want to get it under wraps or whatnot, how you cope with it, how I cope with it is just, this sounds really bizarre, this is why I have insomnia anyway. I tend to film myself sleeping sometimes to see whether I get restless or not, and it all depends on what's in your head, or whether it's, you know, if it's just nightmares. But if you're gonna have a nightmare about what has happened to you in the past, then you probably need to see a GP about it. I'm not gonna sound hypocritical when I say I didn't, I did. And they said they couldn't help me. They put me on antidepressants, as well as like depression and anxiety. Again, I will do a topic of each sector, what I suffer with in each video, so that way you get a bit of a sector each day. I don't want to like do an hour-long video because I've got this and this and it's just no. I won't put you guys through that. So yeah. So today is just all about post-traumatic disorder, and I was talking to you guys about doctors and antidepressants. You could try psychological therapies and counselling. I will be hypocritical when I say I've done counselling purely because I did it to overcome what happened to me when I was younger. And one day basically I went to this group here called Survivors, I think it's just a little small charity thing they did here in Ipswich, where you know, young teenagers, obviously now I'm 26, 27 this year, go about overcoming what happened to them. And I remember being in it's like a recovery session, and you know, you say what your name is and what your age is, and then they start talking about just how you should read the signs. And there was one session, I think it was my first session, I walked out. Yeah, I walked out on one session where they decided to express on how a predator grooms the young victims. And I remember just sat there, because we had the TV and the video like we did in school, you know, except this movie wasn't really exciting to watch. It was very, very nailed to the point of, like, you can't see the top of my head again. God, work for me. So yeah, I remember sitting in that room watching that video, and where it started telling us how we should be able to read the signs. We were like 15, 16 at this point, and I walked out because it's just literally telling you how you should have known. And I literally just walked pretty much out of the way of the session as much as I could, because it got too much, because it triggered a lot of my post-traumatic stress disorder. And if you're thinking about doing counselling, go for it. I'll give you a pat on the back, you know, give you a handshake and a hug. But yeah, just make sure if you are a victim of sexual abuse, make sure you know what you're letting yourself in for, because little 15-year-old me did not know that, especially when it was still new to her, because yeah. It's tough, you know, whether it's sexual assault, you know, rape, that could be a ploy in it as well. So I did put a disclaimer before I started filming, so yeah. But behavioural therapies, like your cognitive behavioural therapy, which is CBT of like the cancer side of things. But you need to also give someone treatment. I'm not going to do assessment. Yeah, so with the whole point of PTSD is to keep on monitoring yourself to see if any outbursts come about and whatnot. So I'm just gonna quickly wrap this up because yesterday's video was a bit too long. Yeah. But yeah, you know, I didn't speak about this much, you know, I spoke about how I got it, but we got to remember that we're not alone in this world. It's okay to not be okay, and we've got each other, You know, only your true friends know who you really are. And for me, don't do me. Keep it all in the noggin and wait till you properly break down, because when you do that, it's not a pretty sight, because it's a whole bag of emotions come flooding out. And I'm starting to speak it out slowly, pretty easy, hence I'm doing this series this week, so that way people understand different spectrums of mental health, given this week is mental health week. And I just want to raise awareness, yes, like to help people in need and whatnot. So just remember, you are not alone. You know, people will say harsh things to you and whatnot. All you just gotta say is, "Sod you, I'm me, leave me alone." But anyway guys, I've got to wrap it up, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Feel free to subscribe, it will make my day even brighter because the sun is shining. I seem a bit perkier. I think that's what it is. Mostly makes me perkier. Even though I slept more than 9 hours, I think. That means I probably won't get any sleep tonight. Right guys, I'll see you guys soon. Yeah, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, please do. But yeah, see you soon. Bye, love you all.